So, hello guys and welcome to Learn Dota 2 with Pet episode with Weaver. Oh, sorry, every time I start to cast I somehow start to cough. Anyway, I got my tea here, it should be an interesting video. Well, Learn Dota 2 with Pet, it's a show where I'm going to pick a Dota 2 hero and I'm going to try to play it as best as possible. At the end of the video, you are going to give me suggestions by posting in the comments below or by going on the website.
Just enough time to make
And
a cup of tea.
the next time I'm going to play Weaver, I'm going to do, in theory, a better job, while I will still provide you with the basic tips, like where to place wards and stuff like that, depending on the hero, of course. I'm going to try a different build, stuff like that. And the reason why I think it's much better to learn Dota 2 like this by watching 20-30 minutes video with someone playing and explaining some stuff than by watching 30 seconds alt-tab
Time to
guide or
man
stuff like
or
that,
woman
is
up.
that by watching me you will learn from my mistakes, and I do a lot of mistakes. My opponents make a lot of mistakes and I talk about it, and
Hello,
I
welcome to
find it
Player
much
Black's
more
Guide to
nicely
being a
to
Dota 2
learn
announcer.
by like that, right? So let me just be sure that I'm putting the audio slider a bit more down. I had a couple of videos where the sound of the game was a bit too large, too high. Anyway, Weaver, a carry hero, an agility carry hero, a hero that I don't really enjoy that much. Why? Because it requires farm, and in pub games where I'm playing, they usually don't let me farm. And I'm not talking about my enemies, my opponents. I'm talking about my allies. Like, surprisingly, this game we have two supports, right? So we have a bounty hunter who's a ganker. We have Rubik who's support, as you can see, and he's doing a good job pulling the creeps and stuff like that. He stacked the camp. We have me as a weaver. We have Huskar as a carry, and he's playing mid. And we have another support, Dazel, who actually bought wards, and Rubik bought courier. Yes, we have courier. Jesus Christ, what a game! This is not a pub game, and so it's kind of the perfect environment for Weaver. Now, Weaver is a hero that's pretty hard to kill, and this is why he's usually going on the off lane, the suicide lane, or whatever. Which is basically the lane on top if you are playing on Radiant, or the lane on bottom here basically if you are playing on Dire. And why it's called like that, it's because, as you can see, we are basically sitting on the opponent's side of the jungle, right? And we can easily be ganked by someone that's coming from the forest and stuff like that, right? Like from here. Boof. I can't. Oh yeah, never mind. I can't draw. So for someone who's coming from there, right? And this is why you need to be very, very careful. And the reason why Weaver is pretty hard to kill, it's because he has an escape mechanism, which is called Shunkuchi. The items. But first, let me talk about the items. Basically, I started with a Ring of Protection, which gives you +2 armor, and then 3 Iron Branches, a stack of Tangos, and a Slippers of Agility that will basically give me a bit more damage. And basically, from the side shop, I bought the Mask of... oh my god, I forgot. I bought the Sage Mask, and this is giving me some mana regeneration, which is kind of awesome. And after that I'm going to build the Ring of Aquila, and then a Magic Stick. But a Magic Stick, you need to be careful, like, is it worth it to build a Magic Stick? Well, in my case yes, because I'm playing versus a Klinks, and Klinks usually uses flaming arrows, and that I believe, yes, that should give you charges to your stick, right? Now, the first spell, basically I'm putting 1 point in Shunuchi, then 1 point in Geminite attack, then again, let me actually show you. I'm using... I can't actually show it.
Radiant's middle tower is under
It's...
attack.
Don't forget to use the guides that are here. Even if you know the items and so on, just select a guide, or if you have no idea what to do, just select a guide here. And that will give you suggestion on what things to level up and what things to buy. And some guides are pretty well written that it actually tells you what item to get and why to get it and the other stuff like that. I saw that some people still don't use guides. So you only use, okay, this is a gank. I'm trying to help. I don't care about him anymore. I'm trying to see what I can do. As you can see, I'm damaging Viper. I don't have boots right now, but I have some pretty high damage, and I went, as you can see, invisible with that spell, and I managed to land a kill on the Viper. And this is Shukuchi. This is what Shukuchi is doing, and you basically want to level this. Only 1 point, as I've said in GamerPET attack, which basically every 6 seconds you will do another attack, right? As you can see, Weaver, it's basically a tank like quick. You will do like quick, basically. Keep that in mind. And at level 4, you will do that every 2.5 seconds, so it's kind of nice. But you only need 1 point early on for an extra attack if you attack a hero, and maybe it will allow you, if you are bad at less hitting, it will allow you to, less hit better, because you are going to have another free attack. The first spell is basically called the Swarm, and Weaver launches a swarm of 12 young Weavers that latch onto enemy units in their path, attacking their and reducing armor until it's killed. So basically attack damage 15, duration 8, count 12, which is basically an armor reduction 1, attacks to destroy 8. And you will see later what this does. It will create like a swarm that will go like and those leeches will basically be on the enemy, and he will be slowed. And I believe they are slowed. I remember being slowed. Well, it doesn't say here. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And they will need to destroy it in order to get rid of it, and it will require 8 attacks, which is an interesting spell. Then you have Shukuchi, which basically you will go invisible and you will be able to go through units, and you will deal 150 damage at level 4, and this is basically and that's for 4 seconds, and you at level 4 you will be able to use it every 6 seconds. So basically you use it for 4 seconds, you are invisible, you pop out, you stay 2 seconds, and then you can go invisible again if you have mana and deal more damage and stuff like that. So it's kind of nice, right? It's pretty hard to kill Weaver. This is why people basically have to buy gem later and stuff like that in order to see him. The third spell, as I talked about it, and basically the ultimate, get this. The ultimate, at level 3, you will be able to use it every 40 seconds, and it will cost no mana. Basically, that Weaver warps back in time 5 seconds, and he will move to that location where he was 5 seconds, and he will have the mana and the health that he had 5 seconds. And you will see me use it later successfully, and you will see exactly what I mean. Now, I got my boots, I got my Ring of Aquila, which is nice because it's giving me... As you can see, I'm keeping it inactive. Why? Because I do not want to give the aura to the creeps. The aura is affecting me and it's affecting my ally, but I do not want it to affect the creeps. Why? Because I do not want to push the line. As you can see, I'm not auto-attacking, I'm just attacking in order to last hit, and Daisel is even denying. Look, he has 6 denies. In the meantime, we got some ganks on bottom, that poor Weaver, and he died again. Now, some people actually asked me to cast better games. Well, I would love to do that, but, put yourself this question: when was the last time you had a balanced game? It's either you win it without any problems, or you lose it with a ton of problems, like when you didn't even have a chance. Like, I don't remember the last time I had a perfectly balanced game that we lost it because they were better, and stuff like that. So, I'm basically sitting on the lane, farming as much as possible. I have 41 less hits in minute 8, which is awesome. This is the best I ever did with the last hits. Look, last hitting again, and I'm pretty farmed right now. I have 1 kill, 0 deaths, and 1 assist. If we look at net worth, I see that I'm the most worthy. But basically, as you saw there, Bounty came top to gank because there were 3 on top. But then I saw, and I simply said, okay, no, don't engage. I want to spend my gold, and I went to buy Ring of Health. And look, this is, I use the first spell, he has that thingy attached to it, and I'm trying to deal some damage. Hopefully Huskar is also there, and he's dealing some damage. I went invisible in order to move faster. You also move faster when you're like that. And Viper did the worst mistake he ever could, is to go and attack the Weaver. I'm not sure, the Huskar, and I'm not sure exactly why he did that. So basically, I'm sitting without any problems right now. I got a shitload of farm, and this is basically what I'm going to build. I'm going to go on. I'm going to build a Perseverance early on, and I'm not actually sure. What do you guys think? What should I get? Ring of Health or Void Stone? I personally got Ring of Health because I wanted some regeneration in order to stay more in line, because I wasn't actually planning on spamming the Hokuchi too much, and so that I will need the mana regen. You also have two other suggestions: is Medallion of Courage or a Drum of Endurance if you are low farm. This is by the guy that made the guide suggested that. It's not my suggestion. It seems the drums seem pretty nice as a Weaver item. I'm not sure about the Medallion of Courage. You do have extra armor and some mana regeneration, and bam, he died. We saw Clinks, even the Clinks went invisible. We saw him because Bounty used Trek on him, which gives vision to units that went invisible. So I simply had no problems. This is why I went directly for the Lincoln Sphere, and that's the main beauty of this build, and it's working perfectly on Weaver. Basically, and this is why I got the Perseverance. And then I will go and get the Ultimate Orb, and then of course the recipe, and I will have my Lincoln Sphere. So basically, I will actually tell you after, because I do remember, or I'm not actually sure. Let's see what's going to happen here. I'm still roaming around and see. I want to see who's going to engage. I spotted that Pudge is coming. Pudge is coming. I'm trying to avoid his cook, and he tried to come towards me. I went through him. I dealt some damage. Unfortunately, he caught a Dazzle, but I believe I will catch Pudge. He died, and now, as you saw, Earthshaker got a lot of damage. I also saw Clinks, and then check this out. I will use my ultimate here. I'm getting a lot of damage, and then I use the ultimate, and I healed. And I went invisible again. I dealt some more damage. I killed, actually Viper died to Huskar, and Clinks basically managed to escape. And I got four assists. So it's pretty good, right? I saw Pudge is coming, and I'm basically going away because I do not want to fight with him. I don't want to risk. That was a pretty bad hit. I think he thought that I was going down, but I thought that he has vision of me. I mean, I was seeing him, and he didn't see me. Anyway, I'm going behind the creeps in order to avoid his hook, as you can see. So, Lincoln Sphere. Basically, you will get 15 to all attributes. That means 15 strength, 15 agility, 15 intelligence, which is kind of awesome because it will give you... Weaver is kind of a squishy hero, right? He will get more health. He's an agility hero, and by getting agility, 15 agility means more damage. And he is also a hero that's using spells, you know, the Shunuki, and you can actually spam it, so you will need mana. So it's kind of nice, right? Not only that, but you will get 6 hit points regeneration, which is nice. 150 mana regeneration, which is awesome, and 10 extra damage. But not only that, you have a passive, so every 17 seconds you will be able to block a spell that's incoming towards you, right? So let's see what's going to happen here. Klings is invisible, we haven't saw him. I killed a creep, and then I saw that Huskar is going to be under attack by Pudge, and I said, okay, he needs help. I'm going for Pudge right now. Huskar is kind of going to die. He got stunned, unfortunately. I also got stunned here. Husk died. Let's see if I'm going to be able to kill. And check this out. Bam! I used the ultimate, and I'm still alive. And I'm basically running away. I didn't forget to use the magic stick. Guys, don't forget to use the magic stick if you have it. If you have charge. I'm dealing some damage to him. And I noticed that, hey, Ruby came here to help. Let's kill him. And then I noticed that Bounty Counter came here to help. And look, Klings decided to gank someone, and he died. Now, and look, I got my ultimate orb. And Rubik said, I'm bear. So yeah, Rubik is basically a bear. In case you are wondering why is he a bear, he stole the spell from Druid and he managed to transform. Anyway, back to myself. The next, I was talking about the spell block, and you will see it later when I finally get it. Like for example, Earthshaker is using his stun, and I have my Lincoln. I will simply ignore the stun, like here. Lincoln would have just activated and I wouldn't have been stunned. Poor Earthshaker, poor Earthshaker. So it's nice because keep in mind, you have Lincoln Sphere, you are only active for 2 seconds because you are just going to use Shunuchi. And then they will basically, they will try to stun you in those 2 seconds and then you will simply not be stunned and then you will just go invisible again. And it's kind of hard to kill Weaver. It's very, very resilient. And the next spell that I'm going, the next item that I'm going to get is basically going to be Monkey King Bar. Why? For mini bash, which is nice because keep in mind that Weaver is attacking pretty fast and he's also having 2 attacks. The extra attack will not trigger other attack effects such as critical strike and overrides unique attack modifiers. So I'm not actually sure that the mini bash will actually activate on the second strike, but you are still attacking pretty fast and that mini bash is kind of nice. And you deal bonus damage. And you also have True Strike, prevents your attacks from missing, so that's nice. 88 damage and 50% attack speed, and that's a pretty nice item for Weaver. So I'm unstoppable right now. I'm not saying that, hey, look how good I am, guys, don't get me wrong. I was good because they played like crap, and we had 2 supports who bought Courier, who bought Wards, and I had Dazzle who allowed me to basically farm. And Klings couldn't do anything to me because of that. I mean, he was alone. I had free farm. I also had 6 denies. Look, Dazzle had 10 denies. Look how many last hits I have. And keep in mind that Druid basically went to jungle. So it's kind of easy to last hit when you are the only one attacking the creep in the jungle. So I got my Lincoln Sphere. You will be able to see it later. Let me get the tea bag out of the tea. Yeah, you can actually see it on the webcam. So cheers, guys. Look, Pudge tried to be nice and tried to hook. He went to the jungle, but because we have this offensive ward that you are seeing there, we saw him. This is why that ward is super important late game. Look, I'm going inside, killing some creeps.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
One thing that I have to notice, that I just noticed, is that no one got Mechanism. But we have Ruby that got Medallion of Courage, and we have Dazzle that got Medallion of Courage. So that's bad from both of them. Not sure why. We don't need 2 Medallions of Courage. But anyway, it doesn't matter. A Mechanism right now would have been like amazing. So this is it in a way. I wished to have had like a more amazing game. And yeah, he's complaining that there are too many Russians, but we actually have 2 of them actually. I believe Huskar and Dazzle, I believe. I'm not sure about the rest. And basically, yeah, guys, I will finish the game with... Check this out. Poof, 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 some more kills. Some more kills. Yeah, they were complaining. I mean, Pudge didn't went mid. They had a Viper that went mid. I mean, what's the point? They lost it because of hero picks. I mean, they only have Earthshaker as a support, right? And he can't do all the things by himself. But then they have heroes that kind of go on the same role. Well, not 100% on the same role, but Pudge is a ganker. He needs to be mid in order to gank, right? He needs to put fear into us, like Pudge is missing, Pudge is missing. Viper, he can be a ganker if he buys that Shadow Blade, which and he usually does, but it's not going to be the case here because he got no form. I mean, he does have 28 last hits, you know, which kind of sucks anyway. So yeah. Hopefully I'm going to get better games to Cassette, but I believe that by watching this video you've learned something, the importance of supports, of wards, and how to play with Weaver a bit. Yeah, basically I had no problems, even now. They even got the courier. That was stupid. So anyway, I remember finishing the game. I got the monkey beacon bar right now. Look, I'm going to kill. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. Check this out. I'm basically going for Viper, right?
Just a chill dude, so someone explained to me why Radiant had to go and kill him.
No, I already killed him. Back 10 seconds, back 10 seconds, back 10 seconds. And then check this out. I'm going after Viper, invisible. Bam, I got some crits on him. I'm going after him. And I'm hitting him, and then bam, I use the ultimate, and I'm out, healed, and I got a kill. Podge tried to hook me, no success. He got a creep. Have you seen it? Check the stun. Check the stun from Earthshaker. And Silicon Sphere here. Silicon Sphere. Bam! Now 70 seconds I cannot block another spell. And I wasn't stunned. So nice. Anyway guys, as I've said, thanks for watching this video. I hope that you learned something. Please write in your suggestions in the comments below. How to play Weaver, any other suggestions on how to play Weaver. I'm sorry that it's not like a balanced game, but as I've said, I haven't had a balanced game in a long time. I do believe I finished with... Let's see. Daisel went Maelstrom. They were just trolling, I believe. I finished with 13 kills, 0 deaths, and 11 assists. And 138 less hits. So, yep. Thank you guys for seeing this. See you in my next video. Goodbye.